Shake it off. Addy sat at her desk, doodling in the margins of her notebook. It was the first day of 9th grade, and the school buzzed with excitement and nerves. Addy had always been shy, preferring the company of her books and sketchpad over the loud chatter of her classmates. She was imaginative and quirky, often dreaming up stories and characters that only she truly understood. This year, Addy had a goal: to be herself, unapologetically. She had held back in middle school, worrying about the opinions of others, but she wanted this year to be different. Addy loved designing and wearing vintage clothes, and she had a gift for drawing and writing fun stories. She longed to express herself freely, but the fear of being judged by her peers held her back. She never wore the clothes she designed, and her stories and drawings stayed hidden. What if they laughed at her or thought she was weird? Addy's best friend, JC, was her inspiration. JC was confident, outgoing, and always encouraged Addy to embrace her uniqueness. "You are creative and talented. You have to share your gifts with the world," JC often said, but Addy found it hard to believe. On Friday, the school announced a Spirit Week event, and Monday was designated as a Passion for Fashion Day. Students were to wear their best fashions. As students chattered excitedly about their plans, Addy felt a pang of anxiety. She had recently designed a rhinestone jumpsuit that she had worked on for months. Wearing it would mean stepping out of her comfort zone. Over the weekend, Addy wrestled with her decision. She wanted to wear the jumpsuit she had worked tirelessly on, along with several beaded bracelets she had made, but the thought of her classmates' reactions made her stomach churn. On Sunday night, JC called. "You should do it, Addy. You are the best fashion designer I know." Addy barely slept that night. She kept imagining the various reactions of her classmates, from laughter to whispers behind her back. But as the night wore on, a new thought crept into her mind. What if JC was right? What if she had been worrying about nothing? By Monday morning, Addy had made her decision. She put on the rhinestone jumpsuit and added a few accessories she had designed to complete the look. She took a deep breath and looked at herself in the mirror. For the first time, she saw the real Addy staring back. Walking into school, Addy felt every eye on her. Her heart pounded, but she kept her head high. The hallways seemed to stretch on forever, but then she spotted JC, who broke into a wide grin and gave her a thumbs up. To Addy's surprise, the reactions were mixed, but not as harsh as she had feared. Some classmates complimented her, admiring her boldness. Others were indifferent, too preoccupied with their own fashions to pay much attention. A few whispered, but Addy found that she didn't care as much as she thought she would. Throughout the day, Addy realized that everyone was too busy worrying about themselves to focus on her. The fears that had plagued her seemed to dissolve with each passing hour. By the end of the day, she felt a newfound sense of confidence. In her last class, the teacher asked the students to share what inspired their fashions. When it was Addy's turn, she stood up and took a deep breath. "I designed this myself. I took a vintage jumpsuit and added lots of rhinestones. I also made a few alterations and added this bow. I guess what inspired this was my love for vintage clothes. I also love the way rhinestones attract everyone's eye as the light hits them. It's kind of a reminder to always be the light, as stated in the Bible," she said. "I've always been afraid of what people might think, but today I realized that it doesn't matter. We're all worried about being accepted, but the truth is, all those fears are just in our heads. Life is too short to be anything but yourself." The classroom fell silent and then erupted into applause. Addy's cheeks flushed, but this time with pride. She looked over at JC, who was beaming. From that day on, Addy embraced her true self. She wore what she loved, expressed her thoughts freely, and discovered that being authentic attracted friends who appreciated her for who she was. She learned that while not everyone would accept her, the opinions of those who mattered most were the only ones worth considering. And so Addy's leap of confidence became a beacon for others, reminding them that sometimes you just have to shake off the nerves and fly.